sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions on Monday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, these Detroit Lions, they won over a lot of people with the way they played under Dan Campbell last year. They started 1-6, found their stride, won 8 of their last 10 games, and nearly got into the playoffs.
And when you think back to how they almost got in, that final Sunday night going to Lambeau Field and beating the Packers, that tells you about the culture that's already been established there. All you need now is to watch this team continue to play. They're going to contend, I believe, in this season.
But meanwhile, for the Falcons, I think they might be looking at the NFC South and saying, hey, with no Tom Brady anymore, even though we were 7-10 last year, this could be ours for the taking.
And it's been building to this level for this team because this will be the 3rd year under their head coach. They know exactly what he expects, and they're starting to play closer to their potential.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns and led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery until about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 37. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ritter now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way in this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ritter. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond now. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Goff finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Up the middle, it's Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On first down, gone. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On first down, Ritter. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think he tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
Last yardage, you think they should get that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down again. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
On third down, Robinson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Goff on first down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. Patterson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrase that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Taken at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Oh, some strong running. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Great run by Gibbs, who surprised me by being picked so early in the draft. But the Lions knew when they had the chance to add a playmaker like him, they absolutely couldn't pass him up.
St. Brown motioning left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Montgomery running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 4.
Come on, boys, let's finish strong.
To throw is Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dropped right. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Falcons now. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw, Ritter. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, heck of a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. Went to the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Ritter. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Goff on 1st down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
at the 41-yard line.
Here's Ritter. And complete to Drake London.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Ritter's throw complete to Hollins.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Ritter to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get this down inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Robinson up the middle. Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This is 1st and 10. Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Ritter. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 13-10, 90 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's keep those sticks moving. Let's make some plays out there, offense. Let's go. Mental mistakes out there, offense.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's 2nd down. Now it's gone. Able to find Jones.
Oh, and how important could that play be in determining a winner here? That moves the ball all the way to the other side of the field, and now you're one completion away from at least getting into field goal range to tie things up. But with the time remaining, they've still got a shot to win this as well.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Playmaker, step up right now. Bring it home.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Down to a knee goes Ritter, and that should be enough to finish this one off. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Detroit.